Hi, everybody. We are finishing up chapter 10, and that is on circles. I am going to break up 10.5 into about 3 to 4 days. So, what I did is I posted this worksheet 10.5a on your assignment, but we're only going to do the front side today. So, I'm saying that this is day one because on day one, we're just going to do the front side. Loading you with too much in one day, I think, is just not necessary. So I'm spending 2 days on it. So let's talk about this topic. I'm going to have chords that are intersecting in a circle. And then what I have is I have angles inside that may or may not be the central angle. The central angle would be denoted by like a dot, okay? And then I would know it's the central angle. So I have an angle here, like angle 1. If I wanted to know how big angle 1 was, I would need to add up the arcs that are opposite it. So the arcs here, DC, CD, and arc AB, and add these two arcs up and then cut it in half. So this says it right here. The measure of CD plus the measure of AB cut in half. Another way I could write it would be CD plus AB cut in half. I could put the denominator as 2. That's not very dark, is it? If I wanted to find the measure of angle 2, I would do BC plus AD cut in half. Okay, so these are two different ways to write it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through each one. We're going to just do these 5 problems on the front side of notes. And then we're going to, I'm going to give you homework on just these types of problems. Okay, so here we go. All right. Number 1, I've got 2 variables I need to solve for. Well, it's obvious to me that the one that is the easiest to solve for is the one that has the arcs already given to us, this 50 and this 56. That would be angle X. So if I want to solve for angle X, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it in this format. Angle X equals the 2 arcs added up, 56 plus 50 cut in half. So I'm okay if you guys use a calculator for this. So it's 106 divided by 2. And that is, the measure of angle X is 53 degrees. 53 degrees. Okay? All right. So then I'm done with X. Now, guys, notice how X and Y are supplementary angles. So I just need to find the measure of Y. I know that supplementary angles add up to 180. These two added up make 180. I don't need to know how big this arc is. I just look and say, hey, they make 180. So I'm going to do 180 minus 53. So Y is 127 degrees. And here are the answers that I need. Okay. All right, number 2. I know, so now I'm actually making it harder. I know that 43 is the measure of this angle, but I don't know. So it's like 38 plus this cut in half equals 43. 38 plus X cut in half equals 43. 38 plus, I don't know, all cut in half. This arc plus this arc cut in half equals my interior angle of 43. So now this is just going to be solving. I can get rid of the denominator of 2. The best way to get rid of the denominator is 2. Since it's divided by on the left side, I can multiply by the 2 over 1. I don't even need to put the 1 on the denominator, you guys. So these 2's cancel out. 38 plus X equals 43 times 2. 43 plus 43. 40 plus 40, 3 plus 3. 86. Okay? Then, so in order to do this, I just have to subtract 38 from both sides. X equals 48 degrees. Right there. Okay? All right, number 3. So lots going on. This dot, center of my circle, right? So I know one thing is actually the first thing you should do is if this cuts through the center of my circle, then I know that this is 120, and how much more do I need to get to 180? Because remember how half the circle is 180? The whole thing is 360, half of it is 180. So 120 is here, what's left? By the way, this doesn't look like it's really drawn to scale, but you know. So 180 minus 120, that's going to be X. So X is 60 degrees. So here's 60. Okay? Now, Y. Y is this arc plus this arc added up and then cut in half. 60 Y equals this arc 60 plus 50 cut in half. 110 cut in half. So Y is 55 degrees. Is that hard to see? Maybe I'll write in like darker. Sorry. 55 degrees. That's better. All right. That was number 3. Number 4. So I need to find X. I need to find Y. I know that this is 102 degrees. So a straight line can close the door. Okay. Sorry. 102 is this angle right here. To make a straight line, I need to know what this is. So angle Y is not hard to figure out. These two added up make 180. So this piece plus this piece, so I can say that X, what can I say? I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the kids in the house. I can say that this angle and X, because they're right vertical angles, 102 plus X makes 180. All right, so you just subtract the two. What's 180 minus X? 180 minus 102. 78 degrees. Okay, so X is 78 degrees. So that's good. Then I need to figure out Y. Well, we've never had one. Well, we just kind of on number 3, but this is a little bit harder because I know that whatever this arc plus 95 added up, cut in half, is X. And X is 78. So I can say that Y plus 95 cut in half is 78 degrees. Y plus 95 cut in half equals the 78 in the middle. This arc plus this arc cut in half equals X, equals 78 degrees. All right, to solve this, I need to get rid of the 2, very similar to what we've done before. So I can just multiply both sides by 2 over 1. Okay, good. All right, 78 times 2 is 70 plus 70, 8 plus 8. We can try and do this in our head, right? 140 plus 16, 156. Sorry, let me press pause and get those boys to be quiet. All right, and then subtract 95 from both sides. And I'm going to get Y equals 61 degrees. This arc is 61 degrees. Okay. Last one. So X is down here, but I'm given this big arc and this big arc. Well, what I really want to know is like these, right? That's how I use the information. This plus this cut in half equals one of these dotted angles. I don't really care about X right now, but you know what I can do is I can figure out what X is, because I've got this and this would make 180, right? So I can use this information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, so stay with me on this one. 30 plus 2x minus 30 cut in half equals, if this whole thing is 180, I could say that this equation, this one here, is 180 minus x. So this angle is x, and this angle is 180 minus x, because they add up to 180 together. But I'm not going to label it y. I'm not going to bring in another variable because that's just super confusing, right? So I'm going to say 180 minus x is the interior angle that I prefer to work with. Okay, here's how this works. Ready? Okay, so 180 minus x, this is the angle that I prefer to work with, equals these two arcs added up cut in half. 30 plus 2x minus 30 cut in half, right? Okay, so now I need to get rid of the 2, and I need to just start playing around with things, okay? So I'm going to do getting rid of this denominator of 2 by multiplying both sides by 2 over 1. It's distributive property because it's like both. In parentheses, 360 minus 2x equals, these 2's canceled, 30 minus 30. Yes, they cancel out. 30 and a negative 30. So all I have over there is 2x. Do you see that? 30 minus 30 combine like terms. Okay, now let's get the x's together. More combining like terms. Add this x's together. Bring it over to the right side. 360 equals 4x. So that means divide by 4. X equals 90 degrees. Okay. So that is day 1 of 10.5. Tomorrow we're going to do the back side of these notes, but I think that this is enough for one day. So I'm going to stop here, and I will assign homework on this via Pearson, okay? Because I think that's easier for you to turn in anyhow. All right. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.